Hey there. A strategy is a roadmap to get you from where you're at now to where you want to be in the future. So, where do you start building a growth strategy? That's today's topic. Welcome to this episode of our YouTube program, Body Shop Strategies with Dave Luehr. That's me. I founded Elite Body Shop Solutions to help independent collision repairers grow amazing businesses and work less doing it. I want you to stay till the very end of this short video because I have a tool that I'm giving you absolutely free that will massively help you identify the biggest areas of opportunity in your business right now. So back to my question, where do you start building an awesome growth strategy for your business? The answer is, well, where you're at now, the very beginning. Look, I know this sounds painfully obvious, but this is an important message. The truth is, well, we often don't want to know the truth, do we, if we're honest? The truth about where we are starting from today. The real and sometimes ugly truth of how our business is performing right now using the old strategies that maybe we've used for years. You see, what keeps a lot of people stuck is they believe that the strategy that got them to this point today is the same strategy that's going to get them to where they want to be in the future. And that's just dead wrong, folks. In fact, it often destroys businesses and keeps people working way too hard, just hoping that if they keep working harder at the old strategies, things are somehow going to improve. Well, it worked then. I don't see why it won't work now, right? Have you ever said that to yourself? There are a couple challenges to revealing the true current state of a business. First of all, you may not have a measuring stick to help you understand how your business is actually operating compared to the most successful shops out there. There's a lot more than just a profit metric that determines your ability to grow and continue to prosper well into the future. You need a better way to measure the different parts of your business. More on that in just a minute, okay? Now, secondly, and probably even more challenging than the first thing, is most people don't want to know the truth. Yeah, people don't want to know the truth. And quite often, they don't know what they don't know. I can totally help you with the first one, but number two, that might be tricky because I ain't no therapist, folks. But I'm going to do my very best to at the very least, try to get some of you that are watching this today to lean into your fear about discovering the truth about your business, because it is actually so freeing when you can ditch the ego long enough to be honest with yourself. Yeah, it's a little painful, but it's very freeing. It actually feels kind of good to know the truth, right? How do I know that? Because I've experienced it big time in my life. Yeah, there was a time my darn ego got in the way of my success, and it happened a lot, right? Until I started hanging out and learning from highly successful business people. Now, these highly successful guys and gals, when you listen to them, you would have thought that their businesses sucked by the way that they talked, right? And while it's not healthy to be too hard on yourself, it was interesting hearing from the best of the best, right? And all the areas they wanted to improve on in their business instead of just resting on their laurels. And they were open to criticism too. They'd say, dude, come and look at my business and tell me what I'm doing wrong. I mean, who says that? Successful people say that. And back then, I wasn't used to this kind of unfiltered curiosity and loss of ego. You see, most mediocre business people are deathly afraid of exposing themselves in their business, while the most successful are totally an open book and they're not afraid of feedback. In fact, high performers in any calling actually crave feedback. Do you? Look, I find it silly that a shop owner would rather fail in business than ask somebody for help or honest feedback. Okay, I hope at least one of you watching this will get out of their comfort zone long enough to assess the current state of your business with openness, curiosity, and courage. Okay, so now that we've moved past the fear part of a current state assessment of your business, remember this is the beginning of your strategy roadmap, taking you where you want to be. That's pretty exciting. So let's turn our attention to an awesome measuring stick. My team and I developed this especially for owners and managers of collision shops. Look, it starts with the 5 pillar of success. This is a system we developed a long time ago, early on in my company, in order to measure a business across the most important factors of a collision business. Over the years and during the writing of my book, The Secrets of America's Greatest Body Shops, we discovered that within these 5 pillars were important factors that the greatest shops performed well in compared to the mediocre shops, right? And I'm going to give you an example here in a minute. And here's the 5 pillars. Number 1 is the financial pillar. This is the lifeblood of your business, ladies and gentlemen. This is an indicator of leadership's understanding of the numbers in their business and ability to measure them daily so they proactively create wealth. Then there's the cultural health pillar. This is the soul of your business. We want to look at the factors that drive a happy and engaged workforce. This is so critical, right? Then there's the customer sustainability pillar. This is the nourishment of your business, right? We need a steady flow of customers, right? Here we want to measure and look at the factors that will create truly engaged customers that want to refer you to their friends and family. For many of you, this is a great opportunity to stand out from your competition, right? Then there's the process stability pillar. The reason we call it the process stability, right, is because businesses with solid written processes that people actually follow are considered stable businesses where the owner can actually go on vacation without the place falling apart. That's right, right? When shops score poorly on this pillar, they usually feel completely tied to their business compared to the freedom that's experienced by shop leaders who run process-driven businesses. Then finally, there's the risk pillar. This pillar is an indicator of what we call prevention. Are we doing anything dumb that could jeopardize the entire organization? It's things like following OEM procedures, documentation, safety and pollution compliance. When a business builds a strategic plan using these 5 pillars of success, they have effectively built a holistic and long-term sustainable business that's capable of destroying the competition, attracting the best workers, and making a lot of money in addition to a lot of other benefits, right? I want this for you guys. Now, I made a promise to you that I would provide you with a tool that will reveal the opportunities for growth in your business, a tool to help you get started on what will be an incredible journey of growth and personal freedom for you. So listen, in the area below the video, right, there's going to be a link, and it's going to take you to our Elite Body Shop assessment. And it only takes about 6 to 10 minutes to complete, right? You can also find this assessment by visiting bodyshopassessment.com. That's bodyshopassessment.com. Now, every one of our clients who have already taken this assessment, I always tell them this. I say, honest answers only. Only the truth is really going to set you free. And even if you score yourself poorly in a couple of areas, please don't be hard on yourself. In fact, if you discover that you suck at something, celebrate. It's a moment of realization. This is how high performers think. This can be the very moment that you can take a single step to becoming unstuck in your business. That should be exciting. And I'm super excited to see where you go on your growth strategies. And those of us here at Elite, right, we are here to be your guide whenever you need us, right? Guys, I hope you're enjoying our Body Shop Strategy series here on YouTube or anywhere else you might be watching it. If you enjoyed today's strategy, I hope you'll give us a like or subscribe to our Elite Body Shop Solutions YouTube channel, right? So let's click that link below. or you can visit bodyshopassessment.com. Let's start building your growth strategy today, my friends. Thanks for watching.